Ready whenever you are.
Hello, Arejay Hale from Hailstorm here, interviewing my sister, Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm here. Hi Lizzie, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing? I'm doing good. How have you been in the last 5 minutes?
Oh, I've been doing good. I've been playing drums for you
Awesome.
lately.
Awesome.
So, we are doing the Hailstorm contest question and answer from a bunch of these fans that want to find out stuff about you.
Sweet.
Okay, this first one comes from, this is going to be tough, Abel Esparza? Abel Esparza, I think. Lizzie, what female frontwoman do you look up to, alive or dead? And what would you ask them if you had a chance?
Let's see. Dead would be Janis Joplin. And what I would ask her would be, what makes you so sad, and can I help? And I'd like to give you a hug, basically.
Touching. Good. We're off to a good start. Okay.
Yeah,
the next question. The next Lizzie enthusiast question comes from Anita Handy. Hi, Lizzie.
Hi.
My question is, what musical impression do you want to leave for your fans? This would be something 50 years from now, us fans will hear an old song of yours and say, wow, what I remember the most about Hailstorm is...
What I remember the most about Hailstorm is how absolutely retarded the brother and sister team were. Especially when they're trying to do something serious.
That's right. and we never do anything serious. So. The next question comes from Dario Diaz III. Somewhere down the line, if I asked you to help me propose to my girlfriend, would y'all help?
Absolutely. I think that's, but the real question is, would you actually want our help in that, and would that, make the outcome ever so slightly different? Would she say yes if we helped him?
Well, would you help them if someone were to ask you to help propose to their girlfriend?
Absolutely.
Would you help? Absolutely. We would step up to the plate for sure. Thank you, Dario Diaz. The next question comes from Rochelle Shaw. Hey Lizzie, what's the most difficult thing about being on tour? Besides dealing with my crazy ass.
Besides dealing with you, okay, so there you go. Besides dealing with my little brother on tour, let's see. There's nothing really hard about tour. We say this a lot. Tour is easy. Real life is hard. But I guess, I don't know, the hardest thing is just making sure that you wake up in time for your first thing on your schedule.
First interview, right? Yeah.
I don't know. The whole personal hygiene thing, got to make sure you get a shower at least every 3 days.
Waking up early for phone interviews.
Yeah.
Just getting up early for anything, really.
For you.
For me, anyway. But I'm not the one being asked, anyway. Lizzie. This one comes from Rick Gleason. Did Hailstorm really once lose a talent contest to a tap dancing cowgirl? If so, and you could do it all over again, would you or any other member of the band pull a Tanya Harding?
Ooh. See, here's the thing. I do believe in karma, and I know that. I know that. Even though. We lost to the tap dancing cowgirl, which was a true story.
Mm-hmm.
We did. Where is she now? She tap danced herself right off that stage.
She's Taylor Swift now.
And
Alright, next question. This one comes from Shannon Anderson. Thank you, Shannon. Lizzie, when are you going to be on Dancing with the Stars?
Jesus. Probably never.
October! Alright, next question. Okay, this next question is from Stephanie Lura, L-U-E-R-A, Lura, something. Thank you, Stephanie, for the question. Hey, Lizzie, if you could speak to your old self before you made it big and became famous, what advice would you give yourself that you think would help you now?
I think the biggest thing is just not to sweat the small stuff. I remember, kind of being a little obsessed. Obviously, we've been this band for a long time, and there's a fine line between obsession and determination. But I think I found myself just, I don't know, paying too much attention to the small stuff that didn't really matter, and then, things that I don't even remember were big deals, or we talk about that all the time, where we were in a situation and it was such a huge deal, but it doesn't really matter now, so I think that, just keep one foot in front of the other and don't sweat it.
Fascinating. Next question comes from Leslie Ortega. Lizzie, what is your favorite food when you're on the road?
Right now, it has to be avocados because we've gotten about 20 of them.
There they are.
Every day.
We're stocked up in the box of avocados.
Actually, one of my favorite snacks as of right now is combining the avocado and the banana and making like a pudding out of it.
That's good. All right, next question from Rhoda Gleason. And I'm going to add myself to this question. I know you and your brother started Hailstorm when you were 10 and 13. If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing now?
Wow, Walmart probably. I don't know. I'm not good at anything
Certified
else.
bagger.
If I wasn't doing Hailstorm, I mean, realistically, I would probably end up somewhere in music, doing something, working in a studio, maybe doing track work. But I don't know. But if I wasn't in music altogether, probably Walmart or Target.
Hey, they have a good retirement plan and everything.
Yeah.
They're good to their employees. Hey, we're probably making more money doing that than we are doing this, right?
Then we could pick up, second job.
Oh, just kidding, by the way. Okay. Next question, Judson Gillett. What do you do to pass the time between shows? Me too.
Between shows, we've been kind of
Sleep and drink.
lots of local, some local pubs, getting beers, things we're picking up.
Well, there you go, Atlantic Records. You can see we've been pretty active and
Very productive.
with the sleeping and drinking. Well, Lizzie, it's been a pleasure having you.
Hey,
For
thanks for
answering
having me.
these fan questions. And stay tuned and go to hailstormrocks.com and check out our tour dates.